Welcome back to Nerd Chic. I'm going to walk you through setting up a podcast URL or URL inside of Feedburner, which is such a huge thing. You'll see in a minute. So I'm currently using SoundCloud. You might be using WordPress or some other podcasting solution, whatever it is you're using. Get your RSS feed like this. So this is the RSS feed for the podcast. I just copied mine. And then let's go to feedburner.google.com. So I'm going to act like I'm not in it already and type it in. So feedburner.google.com, which will give you access to feeds. So here we go. I'm in my feed area. Now, to set up a feed in Feedburner, if you don't have any set up, you see I got a couple in here. I have another account that has like 30. But this one is a different one. If you want to set up your account, the first thing you do is go to burn a feed right this instant. All you have to do is put it here. Click. So I'm just copy pasting that URL in there. And the next thing you need to click is I am a podcaster. It's very important. This is going to help you so that you get your stuff together so that you can put your podcast feed in the iTunes directory. Okay? So click next. The reason why it's important to use Feedburner is because I promise you, you won't regret it. Feedburner has a lot of stuff that it's going to add to your podcast to make it really freaking awesome. So you can see it just pulled in the feed title from my podcast that I made the changes on. It's SoundCloud, so it pulled it in here and it put a feed address. I encourage you to pick a feed address that makes sense for people. So this was what this one's giving me, which is Encounter God Daily Broadcast. And then you click next. All right, so we're going on in here. And then it says already it's built. You can dress it up a little bit. I'm going to dress it up. Don't skip directly to feed management because you want to set up your podcast. See, claim your feed as first, set up your podcast as next. So click next, set up your podcast. You're going to include podcasting elements. Yes. You want to create enclosures. I don't know if you want to do any rich media file, but if you're doing SoundCloud or an audio solution, you want to put audio files only. If you want to have a podcast, video files only if you do videos, but any rich media file works. I'm going to put audio files only for this one. The category needs to be chosen again. So I'm going to choose this. You can choose a subcategory. There you go. And then you can choose additional categories if you like. I'm not going to do that. You need to put in an image here. I'm not going to do another image because I don't need to set this whole thing up. But if you put the image in here, put the same one as you put as your logo or your image that you use wherever else you're posting. So put that podcast image in here, put a podcast subtitle and a summary. I would say take that information from your current podcast solution and put it in here. Now, here's important stuff. Put keyword terms. So pick some really good terms. Here's a little trick. Sometimes people misspell words. So if you misspell words, maybe you want to keep the misspelling in there as you put the term in. It sounds crazy, but it happens, and people will find yours first. So put all functions of the word, all the different things. For you guys who are doing church stuff, make sure you put in church, worship, what is it about, whatever. Put all that in here. You can optionally put your email in here. I don't like doing that unless I want to put the one I don't care that people contact me at, which is the same one that's in Nerd Chic and everywhere. Contact at dustinhedrick.com. You want to include media RSS information and add podcast to Yahoo search because what this does, folks, is Feedburner's part of Google. It's going to make you more valuable to Google. So you're going to go up in search rankings. And if you click this, this is also going to put you up higher in search for Yahoo. It's a good thing. All right, you put your copyright message in here, you put your podcast author in here, and you click next. Once you get done with that, you can put more information in here. So you can click your click-throughs, see how many downloads there are. You can have them track all kinds of stuff. Next, put stuff in here, and boom, there it is. You just set up your Feedburner podcast. Now, I'm going to take that information. Look at that. It's already put it in here. Isn't that cool? It pulled in my image and everything. I'm going to take this podcast URL right here, and I'm going to copy the link, and then I'm going somewhere else. Go with me real quick to the next tutorial on this, and I'm going to show you how to submit your URL for iTunes. You ready? Let's go.